Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition. Well, we're currently halfway into our second expedition, and so far we've killed an alligator, killed some hyenas, and set fire to the jungle, so I'd say we're doing pretty well. So, we've got a bit of traveling to do. We've explored all this area so far. Now we need to head up into this part of the map to hopefully find the golden pyramid we came here for. Let's investigate up this hill. It reveals a good amount of exploration for us. There's something over here, and some elephants down here. Interesting. I'm going to come over and investigate this forest-bound area first, and we'll see what we find inside. Aha! That's the Golden Pyramid already. Well, that's actually unfortunate, because we don't want to go there yet. We're going to come back down this way for now. We'll come back here later once we've hopefully gathered all the goodies we can get from this area. For now, we're going to explore the camp and see what's hidden inside. We found an old campsite, likely the remains of a failed expedition before us. The skeleton of what must have been a French explorer stared at us through hollow eye sockets. Now let's search the area and see what's hidden in these remains. We told the people to form small teams and investigate the surroundings. To our surprise, one of the rotten crates still held some valuable equipment. Inside we found a treasure map. I'll take that. Treasure maps don't weigh anything, so we can actually carry them without costing us anything. As we left, however, we noted that our presence had alerted hungry wildlife. That's not good. Hyenas are right on top of us again. We might need to fight these guys just to be able to travel around here safely, because this is right where we need to be able to leave from. What I will do, though, I think, is probably level up our trader one more time. I want to level up Sister Philippa so she's not as prone to death. For those of you who may or may not have skipped the first episode, I would suggest not doing so, because it will make it a little bit hard to understand, because I'm not going to go over all the intricacies of how the game works anymore, now that I've explained them in the first episode. So you may want to go back and watch that one, so you have some idea what's going on. These are the people I want to keep in our party, though. Sister Philippa is probably going to get traded out for a soldier if we can find one. So for now, I think I'm going to level up our trader and hopefully get another attack die from him. Yes, we did exactly what we needed. Fantastic. He's now at max level, so he gives us the best possible trades, and he gained an extra attack die, which might make all the difference in our survivability here. So let's fight these things and see if it absolutely demolishes us. Hyenas, here we come. Okay, there's only 2 of them. We should be perfectly fine here. Let's roll some attack die. Actually, turn the music up a little bit. It's a little bit quiet. There we go. That's better. Okay, we got a whole mess of die. Not bad stuff, but not actually anything I want. So we're going to hold on to these die for later, because we can use them in other combos with the die I want to reroll, and we'll reroll them and see what we get. Aha! That's a perfect combo right there. We can now add the Tesla gun and the eye together for an alternating beam to zap a hyena to death. Eat lightning, you scum. And we'll take the defensive die and the defensive die and reroll to try and get some attacking die. No attacking die. Alright, well, odds are they won't be able to kill anybody unless they go straight for Sister Philippa, which they did, but they didn't do enough damage, thankfully. Their claw attack is very weak for these hyenas. They have to be able to hit you with a bunch of them to be super dangerous, so we got off pretty lucky there. Let's reroll the rest of these die and see if we get anything interesting. Nothing interesting? We got an attack die. That's what we needed. Okay, we got at least 1. It's not great, but it'll have to do. We can add this instead to do a 5 damage hit, and then we can combine the eyes together with the mind for a 2 damage shield. Let's end the round and see if they manage to kill Sister Philippa or not. No, they go for Tesla instead, you fool. You fool. A flank attack for 5 damage kills off the last hyena, and we leave with our loot. That gets us 2 more hides, 2 more meat, and 2 more teeth. Very nice. Alright, cook up the meat, and immediately eat the cooked meat. That regenerates our sanity a little bit at least, and that's better than nothing. Let's head over this way and see if we can't find any interesting things in this part of the map, because who knows what might be hiding over here. Looks like there's something up on this hill, though, so let's go investigate. Ah, it's another healing springs. Well, that's not bad, but it doesn't necessarily immediately help us. On the other hand, though, we've already found the second location over here, and it's all that's left in this area, so we're going to rest at the springs here to get ourselves some energy back, and then we'll keep going. We arrived at natural hot water springs. The water tasted salty, very likely from geothermal groundwater. Well, let's rest overnight. I decided it'd be a good idea to stay here and told the people to rest. It was a rather cold night as we sat by the fire, and this night, Farozesha Terapure began to quietly whisper from time to time as if he was talking to someone who was clearly not there. It looks like he's become paranoid. That's not good. To deal with that. For the time being, though, we'll just rest and see what happens. Especially since we put so many points into him, we want him to be okay. Everyone enjoyed the stay here a lot. Mist lay heavy on the land as we prepared to head out again. Alright, well let's leave then. As we left, we became aware that our campfire sets the nearby bushes alight. Well, that's twice now we've managed to set fire to everything. Good job, team. Let's go investigate this last thing before we actually burn the entire jungle down. We found a shrine. Fantastic. Also, there's a tiger trying to kill us. Fantastic. Let's examine the shrine and see what we can steal before everything burns down around us. Also, what I forgot to do was investigate our treasure maps. I still don't know where the treasure I came here to get is. If we don't find it, we're not going to get our reward at the end of the mission, and that would be really unfortunate. I don't think we've seen this one yet, though. It's got like two spaces sitting out in the open. You'd think that would be pretty easy to spot, but I don't see it anywhere around here. Unless it's that's got mountain at the bottom. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't fit with our picture here. It must be further away. We've explored a lot of the map, but I don't see that particular arrangement anywhere in here, which is highly unusual. Normally, I would expect to have found it by now, but it seems to be hidden away quite far. We also have another potential hidden spot. We have something hidden underneath a hill in a forested area. Can we find that one instead? Surprisingly enough, I don't see that either. It looks like there's more to this map than meets the eye. If it's hidden off to the left, that would perhaps explain why we haven't been able to spot it yet, but I don't see that location anywhere here either. If you do, then I apologize for not spotting it right away, but I think it must be over here somewhere, because I'm just not seeing it. Alright. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to try and get through this alive as best we can. We're going to pump another point here into Jacqueline Rousseau, which might give us another support die, which would be really nice. Another defensive die. It does! Oh, yeah! That'll make our life a lot easier, and it'll make our food a little bit better. We're probably going to have to fight this tiger, though, before we can do anything else, because it's going to attack us as soon as we try and move. And we're going to want to explore over this way to see if that's where the treasure is, because we really don't want to leave without that, given that we've been tasked with recovering it. Yep, tiger immediately wants to fight. Well, there's only one of it, and we have a lot of attack die now, so we might be able to bring it down without too much trouble. Let's roll those die. Oh, boy. That's not what I was hoping for. That's a good thing, though. Alright, we've been able to make our... No, wrong die. Able to make our alternating beam combo, which is a very nice one. Blast him for 7 damage. And we can also combine these for a Ripper Leap for another 5 damage, which brings him down to only 2 health left. Oh. Well, we'll combine these for a strong defense. I think if I roll this again and get the hand, though, it's a better defense. Oh, well. Strong defense it is. Alright, end the round and see if we can't kill this tiger safely. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, okay, it hurt but didn't kill anybody, which is the important thing. So we actually are home free here. That is a dead tiger. Whew, we stripped what was useful from the dead, getting ourselves a tiger skin, 2 more meat, 3 more teeth. Good stuff. Getting a much better haul this time than we did in our first expedition, as is always the case. We're going to eat some tiger meat, and that'll help us out here, and we're probably going to chuck some ropes here so we have some inventory space free to keep moving. We're going to run away from this fire so it doesn't have a chance to really damage anything here. We're still looking for this, I think. This might be the spot exactly we're looking for this hidden treasure. Let's move down here and see if it is. Oh, it definitely is. Alright, this is our hidden spot. So let's investigate it and see what we find. If we dig right here, we should hopefully find something exciting. After many exhausting hours and a broken shovel, we indeed found something hidden valuable beneath the surface. Something valuable hidden, rather. We found a mysterious box. It's sealed, and the scientists warned us to not open it. Alright, well, we'll take it. And not opening it is, in fact, a good idea. Surprise, surprise, bad things happen to you if you try and open that thing. We may wind up seeing it at some point, but I don't think we're going to try and open it today. I have no idea where this other location is for this other hill. No idea at all. I want to try and avoid being caught in the fire, but this whole area is going to be going up in smoke soon, and we're still overburdened, so I have to get rid of something. For one thing, I can get rid of this, but unfortunately, the maps don't actually add any weight, so it doesn't clear up any inventory space. We still have this missing object, but I don't know if we're ever going to find it at this point. It would have to be close to the water, though. You'd think that would make it a lot easier to find. Is it this one? No, it's got a forest beneath it. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Maybe it's up over here by a coastline right there or something, but for now it'd be difficult for us to guess that. So, I think it actually is right there, because that's where the yellow is. Okay, I think we found it. Let's work our way up over here then, if we can. First, though, we're going to dump both of our climbing tools. I know we bought these earlier, but it'll be worth it in the long run. They're cheaper to rebuy than to miss out on having other good stuff instead. The fire's spreading quite quickly, though, so we need to move. Also, we can't cross here, which is not great. We need to be able to sneak through here. The odds of us getting through here without getting burned are pretty low. But we managed it, so I can't complain too much. Alright, let us chug a whiskey here so we get a little bit of sanity back. Thankfully, nobody has any problems with their alcohol consumption yet. We're going to investigate this here so we can hopefully get some more treasure, because that would be pretty cool. Let us dig. After many hours of digging, our excavation proved to be successful. And it got us a golden dagger. That's probably pretty valuable. Excellent. It looks like the shrine burned down, though, unfortunately. That is definitely a bit of a loss, but we'll deal with it. So, we're already at 98 days into this expedition, which is not good for our time. So let's just chug a little bit of alcohol here, and see if we can't make it out of here without losing too much more time. We did get a lot of loot, so it's not terrible, but hopefully we can do better. So, one more final chug, and book it all the way to the exit. Let's run. That shrine went up in smoke, and there's nothing we could do about it. We could have potentially tried to steal from the shrine before the fire hit, but if that shrine had turned out to be something that destroyed the terrain around us, it might have made it impossible to get back. So it was safer for us to ignore the shrine and get the loot the other way, because that way we wound up with the box and the dagger, and we got back, which is more important. So let's explore this golden pyramid and finish our adventure. Overcoming all the obstacles we had yet survived. Let's enter the pyramid and see what happens. After weeks of traveling, euphoria overcame me. I knew that my name would be forever remembered. Rather, there's supposed to be a comma there, I think. After weeks of traveling, euphoria overcame me. There we go, there's our success. Watch how much fame we lose for walking around for too long. Got 120 for a golden pyramid. Found 10 butterflies, holy cow. That's a lot of butterflies. We spent over 100 days, which is almost all of our golden pyramid bonus gone. Ugh. Costs so much. But we found all the rewards we came here to get, so we should get some nice stuff now. Alright, what are our new perks? We have Charismatic, recruit up to 2 units per expedition. This can be really good if your people start dying, because you can get them back in a hurry. Heavy Carrier is an amazing skill that gives you 2 extra carrying slots, and Navigator gives you more accuracy for your temple finding compass, but we are going to go straight for the Heavy Carrier perk here, because that thing is great. Being able to carry more loot means you get more money, means you get more loot. And we're back in 5th again, but we should be able to get more than enough rewards to jump us up in front here. So, with our golden dagger, we'll gift that to the museum. Ping! There we go, that brings us up into 4th. The hyena pelts definitely go to auction. They're only slightly more valuable there, but it's still something. We have a whole pile of teeth. These teeth are mostly going to go to the museum. There we go! Catapulted ourselves into 1st with the power of killing lots of things. And we can sell the crocodile skin for 60 bucks, which is amazing. And the tiger skin for 40, so that rejuvenates our funds as well. Now we're well in 1st, although we'll have to keep our successes high to stay there, and we have a decent amount of money to buy new things with. Our options now include an old desert, the Wahomie Drylands, or the treacherous grasslands. This time we're going to go to a drylands area. The Wahomie Drylands it is. The air was fresh and tasted of salt as I arrived at the harbor. The captain had yet to arrive, so I sat on the pier and waited. Not long after my arrival, the scientist approached me. He was eager to obtain the mysterious box we had dug up. Yeah, okay, I'll hand over the box. We handed over the mysterious box. The scientist was relieved that we had found it and stored it carefully in his bag. And he gives us 10 flares and 10 weather balloons. All in all, a bad reward compared to some things we could have gotten, but they might prove useful, so I won't complain about them too much. A military man approached me and spoke of a deserter who had abandoned his post and hidden in a native village. I would be handsomely rewarded if I could return with him. Alright, we'll try. A soldier was seemingly relieved as we accepted his request. He saluted us and wished me luck before leaving the harbor. Captain Harold Nathaniel, a British soldier, offered to join our expedition. We had 5 persons in our trek and would need to dismiss someone in order to recruit a new member. Well, Harold, you're exactly what I wanted, so we will dismiss our missionary to take you on board. Sister Philippa, it's been nice knowing you, but you are no longer needed on this mission. Captain Johannes Trask, a British soldier, joined our expedition. Fantastic. We rejoiced as our vessel was ready to put out to sea. Let's buy some equipment and then we'll go. Alright, we used the remaining time to visit the local outfitter before setting off. We knew that many of these items would be hard to come by in the wild. And they've got chocolate here. Oh, baby, they got a shotgun here. Yeah, I want that. Add that to our Tesla gun and a shotgun. That'll be amazing. Alright, with our remaining money, we're going to buy ourselves some more climbing gear, because it's always good to have a couple so you can get up on hills without spending all of your movement. And we'll probably won't buy anything else for the time being. Might buy all the chocolate. Cost us all of our money, but having some chocolate on hand is generally pretty valuable. Shovels wouldn't be terrible either. I'd love to buy torches if they offered us some, but they haven't, so we can't buy them. And I guess we'll probably just make do with what we've got here. The important thing, though, is that we have dynamite we can trade away, and constant flares, and weather balloons we can trade away if we want to. We also have a trader giving us very valuable trades, so overall this probably will work out okay. We might be able to pass up on the chocolate, though. I think we will. We have 8 whiskey already, and the ability to convert lots of meat into decent food now, so that should be enough. We'll take the shotgun and the climbing gear and move on. Expedition number 3. Here we go. We made sure to equip extra water rations. We'd surely be glad to have them in these forsaken dunes. Oh, that's right, we're in a Drylands. I definitely should have taken that chocolate then. Whoops. Oh well. So far we know there's a shrine here, hidden over this way, but that's all we know. We also know this area has 4 locations. There's one up here, one over here, and one down here. So we're just going to have to wander around and hopefully find it later rather than sooner, because the last thing you'd want to do is find your final location, your pyramid, right away. A slave trader over there. We don't really want to go investigate that, because we'd have to trade our people away to become slaves, or we'd have to buy slaves. We have a full team here, potentially. The British soldier gives us more combat die to pair with our defensive and support die if we need to, but it also just allows us to hopefully have a bit more firepower in combat. Plus, he gives us a cool ability, which means we give it sanity boost from successfully fighting something, which is a nice one. Let's head over this way and investigate what this is. This is a stone overhang. Well, that's an unfortunate start, because that's not something we can really take any advantage from right now. So I guess we're just going to go start causing havoc around here. Traveling through the desert consumes your water resource. If you run out, then it's very expensive sanity-wise to travel through. But we'll see how it plays out here. Let's examine our first mountain shrine. Or hill shrine, I suppose. A shrine towered above us. Time had taken its toll on the structure and had eroded what had once been a majestic sight. What remained of a narrow staircase led to the only entrance. The structure showed some cracks, but it seemed secure enough to explore. Well, this couldn't possibly go wrong, could it? Let's use our climbing gear to climb in. We enter the shrine, and we find a well-preserved ceremonial chamber. We quietly looked around the majestic hall and held our breath as we discovered an ancient altar at its center. Inside we found a golden dagger yet again, and a tome page of Chasm. That doesn't sound good, but we're going to take it with us anyway. I would not leave empty-handed. We secured the treasure, and the moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to rumble. We hurried outside as the shrine collapsed, and huge mountains erupted from the ground. So this changes the terrain to much more mountain-heavy terrain, but it looks like we actually got off okay here. Plus we have dynamite to blow our way through if we need to get through a specific mountain, so I'd say that was not bad overall. Let's investigate over this way and get ourselves more visibility. The mountains mostly feel like a box around the shrine that you investigated, as far as I understand it, which is why this area is suddenly full of mountains. May have been a bad idea, but we'll find out in the future. For now, we're going to explore the springs here. Our trek stopped at a place of outstanding natural beauty. The water tasted salty, again, likely from geothermal groundwater. Let's rest overnight. We still have to deal with his paranoia. That's not a good thing. But for now, it'll have to do. Prepared camp and told the people to rest. One picked up the tension with a butter knife as we sat by the fire. It was too late when I noted that Captain Johannes Trask had begun drinking. Soon afterwards, the others joined in the drinking as well. We'll let them drink, though. The party was allowed to continue. After all the hard work, the group deserved an evening of bliss, even if it meant less focus on the next day. That gives us a 10 sanity boost, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, it's caused by the alcoholism, and alcoholism spreads if people keep drinking, but there's not much we can do about it. Days went by, mist lay heavy on the lands, we prepared to head out again. Sounds good. Alright, let's level up our soldier, I suppose. He already starts with 3 health and an attack die, which is not bad. But we're going to level him up again. There we go, just to make it a little bit tougher. And let's see what else we can find around here. We could climb up over on this way to see if we can give ourselves another visibility boost in this area, because so far we really can't see anything over here, and it's all forest, which is not going to make it that much easier. So hopefully we'll be able to spot something good from up here. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. Alright, so we got something discovered over here and something discovered down over this way as well. We want to contain our final climbing gear unless that turns out to be something good. So let's go straight through this tiger and see what's hidden over here. It's indeed another mountain or hill shrine. Fantastic. Let's murder this tiger and then see what's hidden inside here, because there might be something very nice indeed if we're lucky. Let's do battle. We have a shotgun as well now as our Tesla guns. We have more options to do cool die combos. So let's roll them and see what happens. We didn't get any of the cool die combos. Well, you know what? That's fine by me. We're going to spend all of these for a deadly riposte. This is a silly thing. Deadly riposte is actually worse than just doing them individually like this. Because that gives you 4 damage and 4 defense, whereas putting all the die into one move gives you 4 damage and 3 defense, which is just not as good. Wow! Really? Nothing? Nothing on any of those die? No attack die at all? Alright, that's unfortunate, but we have 6 defense now, so we should be fine. Let's end the round and see if this tiger is able to kill anybody. Nope, 6 damage exactly. Insufficient, you fool. Foolish creature. That's a lot of speed die and stability die, but not what we need. Alright, that's perfect. That is an alternating beam, zap, and that is enough damage to easily kill us a tiger. There we go, job done. Continue. We stripped what was useful from the remains. There we go. We just got a sanity boost for killing it, and we get some teeth, some meat, and some tiger pelts. Cook up the meat, eat the meat, and that'll give us a nice little boost there, and let's investigate this shrine as well. All shrines on hills are these climbing shrines, so thankfully, we already have a climbing gear left over, so we can get in there. A shrine towered above us. Time had taken its toll on the structure and had eroded what had once been a majestic sight. I could make an entrance at the upper platform. We have to climb up the outer walls to reach it, and we can hear the sound of rushing water underneath the ground. Well, let's use the climbing gear, heave ourselves up to the entrance, and enter the shrine. Inside, we find a well-preserved ceremonial chamber. Investigating the altar, we found a golden llama, which we'll happily steal for progress. However, this was not a day for hesitation. We took what we came for. We grabbed what we could and hurried outside as enormous fountains of water broke through the ground and started to flood the whole area. We had to run for our lives, not drown in the huge lake that began to form. Thankfully, we should have enough room here. The natives are getting very upset, though, so if we're not careful here, we may have some big problems later. Run from that lake forming! What's this? I've never seen this before. Our greed might be getting the better of us here, but I've never seen this before, so let's investigate. Using handholds cut into the rock, we climbed down to a small patch of grass by the water. Although it was crystal clear, we could not catch a glimpse of the bottom. Let's look into the well at night. I don't know what this does. We waited until the moon's rays illuminated the watery abyss. As time passed, a golden temple became visible in the water's reflection. Oh, I see. That gives us the map information for where the temple is. That's kind of cool. Did we get washed away? No, we didn't. That's also cool. Although we might. Let's run out this way so this doesn't turn into water immediately. No, we're good. Please stop spreading there, lake. You're just like blasting directly up to where I am and cutting me off here. There's a cave over there, but we don't have any torches, so it'd be very dangerous to explore it. Man, this lake is gunning for us. It is out to get us for sure for our transgressions here. Alright. Well, I want to know what's over here before we run over there, because we're being chased by the water like this. So what we're going to do is, we're going to chuck up a flare. That's not a lot of information. Alright, the flares really suck. That's the unfortunate thing about them. They're really useful information gathering that really doesn't work very well a lot of the time. Plus, they have a chance of setting the entire area on fire. Alright, well, let us do a little bit of really bad mannersy stuff here. We're going to be blowing up some mountains. Kaboom! Standing -1. Oh, I could have just gone around. Whatever, too late now. Kaboom! We're at standing -9 now, I think. No, -10. Fantastic. Now they really hate us. So, in theory, we could potentially find more exciting things here. But, given how nastily this section of our adventure has gone, we may just want to get out of here. There's velociraptors over there. There's gorillas over here. We're running low on sanity already. Chug a little bit of whiskey here to give us the ability to explore a little bit more, see if we can't find another couple things here, because there's got to be something else around here. Uh-oh, gorilla decided to be aggressive towards us, so let's fight it and hopefully not die. Gorillas are tough monsters as well. They have a lot of damage dealing potential, so let's see if we can't out-damage deal them first. There's the alternating beam for massive damage. Zap! And we can also throw in some ripostes here for a nice little boost of defensive power. Shotgun is ready. We can add another 2 damage in that way, and one more roll. Probably should have saved that to pair with the shotgun, but whatever. Let's end the round and see if it can't knock us unconscious right away. Club, 3 damage past our defenses. That was a 7 damage turn for him. That would have been enough to do a lot of damage to us if we hadn't had a pile of defense up. Alright, well, we might be able to do something about this, but it's a lot of die with nothing on them. Let's grab both of these mental support die, because they'll help us out if we get the Tesla gun, which we didn't. We did get this for more defense. On the plus side, I think I can combine these for a 5 damage shot. Yes, indeed. Point blank shot on the gorilla. That is a dead gorilla. We should was useful from the remains, looting ourselves 2 more teeth, 3 more meat, and 2 gorilla hands. Gross. Alright, well, there's something over here to go investigate too, but in the meantime, we have to clear some of our burden here, so we'll eat the rest of our meat. There we go. Give us a nice little sanity boost there. And we have to probably junk some stuff, so I'm going to junk this water. It might not be a good idea, because if we go to a desert later, having more water in our starting inventory will always be a good thing. But, given that I don't know what we're going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to dump the tome page. I don't like this thing anyway. It's not worth much. The gorilla hands are very valuable, though, if we can keep them. Well, we came all this way for a stone circle, so that's not great, but let's investigate and see what we find. We came across a stone formation that seemed to be man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock, and maybe they formed some kind of a map. Investigating, we found a revealed area, which proved to be over here, in fact. Ping! There is something over there. Alright. Well, since there's something over here, we might as well go investigate it, since we're right there already. Let's promote our warrior again, just in case. There we go. He has a defensive die, which is very good. And we found a mission, which is phenomenal, actually. That's really nice. We don't have our missionary with us anymore, so we can't rest there for free, but we can do some very good stuff here. Potentially, anyway. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to explore the rest of this map, because it's full of badness. And this area doesn't look very safe either, so I'm not sure if we're going to stay around for very long, but we have the potential for some cool stuff here. So let's enter the mission. We went through the grate and were welcomed by an old missionary. He rejoiced at the sight of new faces, as he'd been alone for a long time. Have anything for trading? I mean, he'll give us some stuff for free, but not the whiskey. He likes his whiskey. Get a med kit or 2. I don't really need any of this stuff, though, unfortunately. I was hoping he'd have some torches or some other useful items, some bullets maybe, but he doesn't have any of that stuff. On the plus side, we can access things to the mission storage room, which means that all those items will be sent back to the civilized world if we can't pick them up for ourselves again. So I'm going to put our loot in there. We only have 3 slots we can fill, but that's not terrible. And we'll also put in our gorilla paws. There you go. Close. After talking about the storage room, our host returned to his other duties. We could stay here and sleep, but we're just going to leave so we don't have anything bad happen. We said our goodbyes and he wished us luck, then it was time to move onwards towards new adventures. Now, you can leave things in there, which is a great way to make use of your space. But if you're not careful and you actually let him go crazy, which is something that happens if you stay there too much, then you can lose that stuff forever, which is not great. We're going to try and kill some panthers to take home some extra loot for us, since we're so close to potential victory here, and I don't think we're going to find a whole lot else, given how nasty this place has become. But we'll see what happens. So, we're going to go for a riposte on this panther. That puts him at 8 health, so we still have to hit him one more time if we want to be able to insta-kill him with the other fancy pants attacks. We're going to Ripper Leap this Panther, and then we're going to save up and hopefully see if we can get the Tesla Cannon to insta-kill the remaining Panther. Doesn't look like it's going to work out quite so well. Let's save this too, and roll one more time. No such luck. Alright, well we can combine these together for an aim shot for 4 damage, but that's not going to be enough to actually kill them. Well, I definitely managed that poorly, because we could have killed one of these Panthers if I hadn't tried to go for the really fancy combo. So we're just going to try and do our best to survive now by buffing up our defense to 4. We have 6 total defense, which should be enough to keep us alive, maybe. But this is where things start to get nasty. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, but thankfully nobody's dead, so we should be okay here. You can also add more shields to these moves, but there's no reason to do that, because it just makes them less valuable for whatever reason. Alright, we'll save these, and we'll roll again. There's the Tesla gun. That is a very unhappy Panther, but it actually healed a little bit there, I think. Boop. If not, then I'm just bad at keeping track of damage, but either way, it's all going to be dead before too long anyhow. There's some dead Panthers. We stripped what was useful from the remains, getting ourselves 2 Panther hides, 6 more teeth, and 4 more meat. Very nice. Let's cook up that meat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and delicious. Nice boost to our ability to travel again. Alright, with that done, I think it's time we leave here. We could try and kill some elephants. I've never tried to do that before. It's kind of awful, especially since I'm recording this on World Elephant Day. But you know what? I've never tried to do it before, so we're going to do this. It's probably going to end very poorly for us, but if it doesn't, we might get some elephant tusks out of it. 1 elephant. I'm so sorry, elephant. You're not even hostile against me, but I have to try this. I have to try this. Alright, riposte. We're going to go in for a kick. Go in for another kick. Save both of these for a potential zap of lightning. There's the lightning gun. Alternating beam brings him down low. Shotgun blast for maximum damage this turn. He's only got 3 health left. Does the elephant stomp us to death? Whew, okay, 1 damage to everybody. That could have been worse. Well, I'm sorry to say, but that is 1 dead elephant. What does that give you? After murdering an elephant, we got 2 tusks and 4 meat. Well, the 2 tusks are valuable. Got a big sanity boost. Alright, you know what? Maybe we will go over here then. We have so much sanity, we can afford to go murder some more elephants. It's a horrible thing indeed, but we're not playing this to be nice explorers. We're playing here to become famous. We also found something here. I wonder what this is. Ah, it's a shrine. Well, we might come back and grab that on the way out. See if we can't get a little bit more reward before we have to leave here. So let's fight our remaining elephant here, and then investigate the shrine and book it towards the pyramid so we can finish this alive. That is going to be the operative challenge here, but I can also eat this meat, clear out some more inventory space. Not that I'm going to need it, but it'll give us the sanity boost we'll need afterwards. It's only 1 elephant again. If it had been 2 elephants or 3 elephants, then we'd be in serious trouble, I think. But only 1 elephant, we can safely fight it. There's the Tesla Blast already with the Alternating Beam. Alternating Beam is definitely the strongest attack you can do with those, although it's not the only one. You can also get interesting... Come on now, give me another attack die. There we go. Other interesting abilities, but there's one that hits all the enemies, there's different stuff like that, but the Alternating Beam is amazing single target damage. I think it even rolls, I think it just guaranteed stomps. But we had enough block to make sure he couldn't hit us, so this poor elephant is not going to do too well at all. There's a 5 damage point blank shot, followed up by a kick to the head. That is a dead elephant. There we go. 2 more tusks and 4 more meat. Well, I'd say that was a good amount of reward here, but let's see if we can't make it a little bit nicer by traveling to the shrine first and seeing what else we can loot from this place. A large building loomed in front of us. It was a bold testament to the power of its creators. Low-hanging vines partially concealed the entrance that led within. The ground around the structure felt hot when touched. It was possible to walk around the ground, but the potential source of this heat was disconcerting. Well, we're going to risk it all. Before us lay some kind of ceremonial room. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. Our steps echoed as we approached the sacred altar. On it we found a golden mask. Interesting. We're going to abandon our meat here. Take the golden mask with us. We'll just take it all with us. Eat the meat before we go. I would not leave empty-handed, and we secured the treasure. The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to rumble. We hurried outside as the shrine was swallowed by the earth and a huge volcano erupted, spitting its fire like a vengeance to our sacrilege. Well, that could be bad, especially if the fire spreads over this way. Let's eat the meat and book it for home. Run, boys, run. Oh, I'm overburdened still. Alright. Run to the hills. Run for your lives. I think we're going to make it out of here okay, though. Yeah, fire didn't reach over to where we were. Perfect. That was a really nice reward there, and our extra exploration really paid off, in fact, which is not what I was expecting, but it turned out to be pretty good. The majestic golden pyramid rose above its environment, overcoming all the obstacles we had yet survived. Fantastic. Let's enter the pyramid and end this nightmare. After weeks of traveling, euphoria overcame me. I knew that my name would be forever remembered. We have one level up to spend later, too, but we'll do that. Probably on the cook for now. We'll see, though. Because I don't want to get the max food value. For now, though, we finish our expedition. Success. Alright, how many days did we waste here? Far too many, I think. 140 value. Wow, 20 butterflies. Holy cow. That is a lot of butterflies. That is a lot of butterflies. Normally you don't find anywhere near that many. 123 days. I love how the butterflies are also named after people in your party. I think that's pretty adorable. Alright, well, let's finish that expedition and see what happens as we return here. Triumph. Bravo! Bravo! Well, we can get Lone Survivor, which lets you survive a little bit longer when your whole party is dead. Polyglot, which allows you to rest in native villages and improves communication with indigenous people. Or Geography, which gives us additional information about our region. We're going to take Polyglot, because Polyglot has some other interesting occurrences sometimes. So we're going to take that one and see if it works out for us. So, hopefully it will. None of those perks are particularly good, though, unfortunately. Polyglot might be good, I just haven't had enough chance to experiment with it. Aha! Harriet Tubman's trying to take over. But you know what, Harriet Tubman? We're about to leave you in the dust. Alright, so let's sell our tiger pelt here to the auction. We have a ton of teeth. We'll sell a couple of them. We'll gift most of them, because we have a ton of other stuff we can sell instead. We'll sell these panther pelts for 40 each. And these elephant tusks for 60 each. We have a selection of trophies here for a valuable 60 fame boost each, which catapults us into the lead, and the gorilla pawns are worth 40 funds each, so we have a ton of money to spend now as well, which is pretty exciting. So we're in a pretty solid place here, well out in front. Now the only challenge is to not die to our own greed. But for now, this is probably going to be it. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing a little bit of Curious Expedition for you. If you've enjoyed today's episode, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I hope you guys are enjoying the Curious Expedition series, because I like playing it quite a bit. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, I will see you next time. If not, maybe I'll see you next time anyway, who knows. But until then, bye-bye.